Good morning. Welcome to Tarot Combo, where we draw 2 cards. And let's see what's here with us today. Besides clumsiness, we're just wild and free. Hope you had a good week. It's Friday. All right. We have the King of Pentacles. That's an interesting... I don't know if I've seen that before. It looks like he's got a whole bunch of pomegranate seeds or raspberries. Probably pomegranate seeds, yeah. Hanging from his crown. But I don't think that... Is that true? For the king? And then there's so much pentacle energy lately. And then the 4 of Pentacles. There's this like a holding energy with the 4 of Pentacles, and even you know what's interesting? Okay, this jumped out to me. So, are you being asked to let go of something? We'll keep this simple. It's such a beautiful message, isn't it? Of letting go when it arrives. And you feel it and you know it's time. That's what I mean by beautiful. It's like a beautiful moment of like, yeah, I'm ready. It's here. All I have to do is really letting go is like an act of not doing, because we tend to overdo things, right? That keep us holding on or attached to some idea about how something should be or what I really am desperate for. So desperation kind of comes into this, and it's like, oh, so the act of being not desperate is what I really need to do, which is just not doing, right? There's a non-doing. Where do you try too hard, and where are you being asked to let go? So if you don't feel like you're being asked to let go, maybe the first question is more helpful. Like, where do you feel like you try too hard? And you keep butting up against resistance energy, like, you know the feeling. So see how the 4 of Pentacles is one of like questioning security, safety, belonging. Where do you feel like those things are still at work in you that drive some of your unconscious behaviors? Like wanting to belong, wanting to feel safe. Like, those are all beautiful things. Where do they drive? If we haven't looked at, like, do I still feel like I don't belong? Do I still feel unsafe? Like, when we don't question that those are the drivers of unconscious behaviors. And the king here, look how so this one's all about holding on. Look how, like, that's usually what the imagery looks like with the 4 of Pentacles, is like clutching. And then the King of Pentacles, look in this artwork, how his hands have loosened on the thing. That's what struck me immediately, is like, oh my God, that's the message. Well, what is the benefit of loosening? So many. But in this case, when it shows up in the King of Pentacles, it's like that's when we can step into our power. Is the king, powerful, a leader, confident, wise, just, and so grounded in the pentacle, the King of Pentacles, just so like, whoosh, centered. So we can step into all of those like traits that, we think those are good things in life to have, right? I want to be confident. I want to be at ease in how I meet the world. Like, there's no holding back with this guy. It's a paradox, isn't it? The whole letting go means I'm not holding on and holding back. So maybe that's the question. Where do you feel like you try too hard still to belong? Try too hard to feel safe? Where you try too hard for, in my case, what I'm working on now is like, where do I try too hard to be efficient, perfect? Like, to have something go as perfectly as possible or efficiently as possible. I know where that comes from for me, but it's like now I'm starting to recognize it in every single little annoying moment, which is what I needed to like be able to see it, you know, because acknowledgement and precedes acceptance. So first we have to acknowledge where these things are showing up. So maybe that's the question. Where do you try too hard? Where do you feel like I can't let things be as they are, or else I will be unsafe, I won't be loved, I won't belong? There are a million questions that we could just noodle on that have exactly to do with this. The ability to let go is first to acknowledge where these things are showing up in our lives, and then we come to some form of acceptance. Okay, I acknowledge. So the first one, if you acknowledge it, you might still not accept it, right? But okay, now I've seen it enough. Okay, I'm finally like, it's wearing me down. I accept that this is part of what I do. It's at work in me right now. It doesn't have to be in a personality identification, like I am this way. It can just be, this has been an undercurrent. This has been at work in my lived reality, my interactions with people, interactions with myself. Okay, I accept that that's been happening. Versus like, no, I don't want to look at it. Ooh. And then I feel like surrender is somewhere down after that. Like the letting go, the giving up, the asking for help, whatever surrender looks like for you. It feels like an undoing, a not doing that comes through like acknowledge, accept, and then maybe some rinse, repeat. And then sometimes surrender comes first, doesn't it? And just like, God dang it, I'm done with this. Let it go. But anyway, those are the questions. Pick which one you like the best and see what's showing up. I feel like through these tarot combos, like maybe it's just my slant, and it's definitely probably my slant, like definitely probably where I want to dig deep into like attachments and like the nitty gritty, whereas like maybe somebody else would read like, oh, the fluffy spiritual stuff, which is beautiful. I love fluffy things. And like sometimes that comes in, but I feel like we've been on a streak. Like we're going to make the most of the last of the year of the snake and shed all of this ick, you know, that we want, that we're ready for. We're not icky people. We just have like that skin that's all dry and it's ready to peel off so that we can, you know, we talked about the snake analogy before. And I still haven't looked up when the actual new year is. Maybe it's past. Maybe we're in the year of the horse already. So let's get rid of all this stuff. And this is such a good one because this is all about attachments. And where are those holding us back from our true gifts and power and authenticity and centeredness and bigness? Because the king is like big energy in daily life. Like, how can I show up and be big? I just want to be big, unapologetically. Well, I got to stop shrinking and contracting and holding on tight to things in order to expand and become big. So maybe that's the nice little thing to end on. Be big.